Hello again, friends, and welcome back to Talking Town with me, your host Martin. Welcome in. I hope you're all well. It's a Thursday evening. Do not adjust your calendars, your clocks, because it is a Thursday evening. We are here with a match preview. We had a fantastic Ipswich Town women's team special on Sunday. That was brilliant to have Joe Sheehan in with us along with Sophie, but we didn't have chance to run through the Shrewsbury game, which is upcoming. And of course, that is a very important game because it's the first one back since the international break, which is fabulous. I can already see comments flying in. Ben Moore, hi lads, hope you're all good. George, evening lads, good evening. Get those comments in. Sophie, good evening. Get those comments in on the screen, and of course, I'll get them up for you all to see. As always, you can help support the show via the use of our Ko-Fi links. They're now in the chat. A fantastic response on Sunday when I posted those. So we thank you ever so much to everybody who donated on Sunday. We really do appreciate it, and I will be doing something that shows how much we appreciate it moving forward. But the links are in the chat if you want to support the show. By any means necessary, from 10p to whatever it is. But if you can't, it's not important. It really isn't. What's important is you're here, we're a community, and football is back, and we can talk about football. And Saturday, the matchday ticket is back, and I can see Sid Driver's in the room. Good evening, Sid. Ben Moore, Proper Football is back. Amy Downs on YouTube, not on Facebook. Shocker horror. So looking forward to more football being back, and of course, joining you for it. Of course, you certainly are. Alex Griffin, get me on. Alex, the door is always open to you, my friend. I watched your show this evening. It was incredibly entertaining. I would probably put myself as the sort of fan that is the matchday vlogger, of course. I'll bring in the media mogul Matt Phillips in. Matt, Alex had a fantastic video this evening, where he was looking at what sort of fan you are during lockdown. So what sort of fan do you think you would be, or you are, during this lockdown phase?
How do you mean? What's the criteria? Well, we got like options.
We had options. We had options. A fantastic video. I do go and watch it because I did laugh. I really did. Are you the sort of person that can't work I follow, or any sort of technology?
Please.
Like Cruncher this evening?
I might be older than you. I'm not 65.
No, that's true. Are you outside the stadium making noise because you're going to support the lads outside the stadium, whatever it will be?
No. God, no.
Are you at home getting really invested in front of the TV? Come on, kick it, punch it, scream it.
Yeah. Well, is anyone punching and screaming with Paul Lambert's football? You're probably just sitting on the sofa, killing time.
Certainly are. Yeah. I tell you, the sort of fan that Cruncher is. He's the sort of fan that can't work his technology.
Oh, shut up.
Look at this. Look,
all ready to go.
It is, look at that.
We need a run through before Sunday.
This was the run through. You just couldn't get it to work.
Well, I got it to work, but it wouldn't. So I'm on the old system.
Here's a question for you. Do people think I'm too close to the camera? Do you want me there?
No, we'd like you like this, actually. But we can't choose that option.
Better, isn't it?
Talking Town in Lockdown. The podcast others then mention.
You can mention them if you like. I mean,
excuse me, no one ever mentions us. It's like we don't exist.
Tesco's not scared of staying in the corner shop, is it? You know what I mean? Anyway, we are here to talk about Shrewsbury. I have got the will. Curtis's will is here, so we can use it. If with a couple of options already spinning round.
How many times you use this?
I like that. I like the wheel.
He's been using this for other stuff.
Well, we did have date night.
Well, yeah, keep it clean.
But I didn't say anything when you keep it clean, you cheeky right. Where should we go to the comments? Amy Downs, it's just not the same. Sid Driver, I'm punching the walls of Lambert's football.
Yeah,
shout out to Jordan.
Yes, here he is, the boy, the legend of Lowestoft. There he is.
Jordan, we love you, my brother. We love you. I hope you're doing really well. Evening, gents. Big shout out to your fans support the last couple of days. Ben Moore, at least he is here. George 03 with the 5. Oh, okay, 5 subs. How do we feel on that one before we get cracking?
I think it benefits us, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it should do.
Does it?
Does it actually kick in this weekend? I was told it might be the end of the month.
Starts tomorrow night with Cov Birmingham game. Yeah, comes in. So
does it kick in later in the month for the Premier League then?
Well, they've got to have a vote on it, haven't they?
Yeah, that's probably what I heard. It does favour us, yeah.
But they can have 9 subs, can't they, in the Championship? But we can only have 7.
You know what's going to happen, don't you, Reg? You know what's going to happen? Lambert's going to go back to rotating the squad again because he can make subs as and when he wants.
I think it's ridiculous. I'll just throw that in. I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he can only do it on 3 occasions, though. You can't use 5 separate subs, can you?
Well, the only people who make subs in the first half.
Why?
Do you think? I'm waiting for the first manager who's 3-0 down at half time and they're going to change 5.
I remember Joe Roll at Preston. Joe Roll at Preston. Do you remember? We were like 2 down or something. He did all 3 subs at half time.
Mollycoddled, Martin, aren't they now? They're mollycoddled, these players.
We're getting more like. The thing is, though, we really detest international football, but we're getting so much like it. Like soon enough, it will be roll on, roll off subs, and and it will ruin the pattern of the game. If both teams make a multitude of changes, it will ruin the pattern of the game, and the last 10, 15 minutes will be unwatchable. It already is with 3 subs. If a team makes 2 or more in the last 10. Why are we doing it for? They
cope in the 60s when they had no subs. They used to play like every other day.
And they're down the pub on a Saturday evening.
And look at the pitches. Look at the pitches they play on nowadays.
Yeah.
Carpets. Harry Butcher, love the show and you're all great people. Harry, we love you
Harry.
too.
Shout out,
love the Essex shirt.
Yes.
Up the
Come on, the Eagles.
Sore feet. Norwood posted out, scoring a worldie goal on today in train, which we must train going forward. Reece Curtis. But no one was around to see it. Like,
yeah, it's always the way.
That's what he posted, though, didn't he? That's what he posted. No one got it on camera.
And then Steve Lewis, I think it was, tagged in Walker and said, has anyone got any proof of this? And Walker said, don't know what you're talking about, mate. I killed him.
Hey, what about Jimmy this week saying League One was very average?
He's right, isn't he?
Finishing 4th.
He's right, isn't he?
Well,
I would be finishing higher than 4th, don't you?
Well, yes, he did. So for those that don't know, he said that we've been very average so far this year. The league is overall average, and we should make the top. Was it top 6? No problem. Was it top 4?
He said top 4, or we'll pack up basically and go home.
Doncaster looked well average, and they stuck 4 past us.
Yeah, they look. Well, there you go. So, what do you think on that, though? Honestly, jokes aside, the goalkeeping coach is coming out and he's laying the claim. Behind the scenes, I can have my theory on what Paul Lambert probably said to him first thing. I know what I would have said to him first thing.
Yeah.
What do you two think about that?
I think it's refreshing for someone to come out within the club and basically say, this is what we should be doing, because it's all like, it's a good league, it's a tough league, it's hard games. Bullshit. It's average. Average, isn't it? It's an average league.
It's a Paul Lambert.
It is, though, isn't it, Matt? It's an average league. There is a lot of. You just got to look at the 5 home games we've had. They've all really been pony. Apart from Crewe, they've been pony. And Saturday's game should be another one as well.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, Shrewsbury, we stuck 4 past them last season, didn't we?
Yeah.
As we've said previously on the show, when people are doing press, media conferences, the club will be nervous. What are they going to say? They try and get through it without, putting out anything out there that people hook onto. Unfortunately, social media takes that element away, takes the middleman element away of the media officer. So Jimmy's put that out there. I'm sure there were words were said. Yeah. 100%.
I just think, if you finish 5th, for example, by a point, or even by 10 points, 20 points, whatever, and don't go up, you've laid it down almost, haven't you? That we're going to, this is very average. Anything but a top 10 is a failure. The questions are then asked. Whereas if you finish 5th, narrowly miss out on a playoff final or promotion, the mood would be different. Whereas you know what fans are like these days? They'll be flagging that up straight away. And you're putting unnecessary pressure on yourself. I think, as a manager, that's my manager's hat on. You don't want more pressure on yourself than you've already got.
Yeah, I agree. But even like some of the top clubs we've been talking about, Pompey, even they looked average against Plymouth the other night. Didn't they scrape a 2-2 or something? They were 2 down at one point, got back 2 in 2 minutes or something daft.
But it's like we said, Matt, with Mike Bacon's comments earlier, on the East Anglian. He's nailed it spot on. We're always thinking, we've got these 3 home games. Yeah. We're always negative. Why are we negative? Why don't we go into them games thinking, right, this is our chance. We've got 3 home games here. Let's go and win the lot of them.
Yeah. But Mike rightly says, and we've said it on the show before, comes down to mindset, doesn't it? You don't see Barcelona worrying about bloody Levante or something. They just go out there and play their game. When Ipswich are at home, go out and play your game. Unfortunately, it takes the second half for them to start playing the game. That's the issue.
Yeah. You have to separate, though, don't you guys? You have to separate between what's real life and what's PR produced. So they're not going to come out and say, even Klopp would not come out and say at home to, let's say, West Brom, Fulham and Villa, should be 9 points here, guaranteed. He's going to come out and say, every team's respected, every team's good, every team's tough, we'll play our natural game, we'll go to win, of course. Behind the scenes, Jurgen Klopp would be drilling, this is 9 points. Nothing but 9 points.
Yeah.
So what we see and what we hear, I would expect, and we have to obviously, as fans, separate the two. And that's what kind of gets me after the games with some fans, because they go, PR pulls at it again.
Is that the baby crying?
Certainly is. Certainly is. Good old Arthur.
But then that's Lambert. That's Lambert, isn't it, Matt? After every game, we've been incredible.
Well, I mean, there you go. That just shows you what nonsense he's been talking, because Jimmy Walker's comments kind of contradict that, don't they?
Exactly.
It's a tough league. We've been playing great, blah, blah, blah. It's nonsense. Sick of it.
I think we have to look at our accountability through different measures, though, don't you? You have to look for accountability through team selection and through who's picked, who's not picked. You know, if you go out and get beat 4-1 at Doncaster, who was picked the very next week? Who did the management hold accountable for that defeat? Because that's always more telling than somebody saying, you know, we're going to be playing so well, or we're playing really, really great. So on to Shrewsbury, as I try and keep the composure as I'm sort of being pulled away.
There's a question. There's a question for you, mine. Is it? Do people say Shrewsbury or Shrewsbury? How do you actually say it?
Cruncher says bang average. So,
well, they are.
Shrewsbury. I've still got no idea how you say it.
I've been there. Have you been to the ground? It's a nice little ground there. It's 3-3. I went in the League Cup. Connor Wickham, I think he scored that night.
Oh yeah. I went there for work. Rich, with the FA, and it was England under 20s versus France. Up front for England was Marvin Sordell. Remember him?
Yeah,
I remember he took us to the cleaners in the FA Youth Cup. Yeah. Scored a hat-trick.
Up front for France, Antoine Griezmann. What happened to him?
Oh well,
Antoine Griezmann.
That guy.
Let's grab some comments. We've got Adam Flat, last some honesty. Amy Downs. Cruncher didn't like it when Chambers said we should be doing something different, rehearsed. Do you want to answer that one?
Crunch is still pro Hurst. He always says we'd be no better off if he was still in charge.
It's refreshing from Walker, which we beat teams.
We'd be in the same. We'd be in a better probably position now if he was still manager.
They still hate us. They still hate us, Shrewsbury fans. They still hate us, the Shrewsbury fans.
I said on Friday under Lambert, we've done nothing in 2 years. We've done nothing. We haven't improved at all.
No, quite right.
11 games anyway. So the next 11 games by January the 2nd, we'll know where we're heading.
I said 14 points in the lockdown special. Maybe slightly negative.
Slightly.
I'm keeping with my Lambert's gone by Christmas mantra, you're saying.
I can't see it. I can't see it. Unless we have a meltdown, he's not going to go, is he?
No. There's Martin frozen. Oh, no, he's all right.
No, he's all right.
He's frozen there.
No,
he's listening to us ramble on.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to the baby, and I've got my whole dashboard on this end. Is just.
Do you need to go? Do you need to go? Do you need to go? And...
You need us to take over, don't you? Like we did
the dashboard is lit up with warning messages over something. So I'm trying to read that while listening to you, and it just isn't working. So tell you what, you crack on. I'm going to be right here reading this.
He's gone.
If we disappear, everybody, it's because Martin's pressed the wrong buttons.
Or someone's took us off air. Someone's took us off air, Matt. Maybe there's
Yeah. What we got here? Adam Flat. Hurst was destined to fail. Was on a hide into nothing, replacing Mick. You always see that, don't you? Whenever managers have had quite a long period of time, Wenger at Arsenal, Ferguson at Man United, the next incumbent never lasts 5 minutes.
Well, I always look. We can go on. We can bang on about Mick. We can bang on about Hurst. We have to remember, Matt. We're here with Paul Lambert. You know what's happened before. It's gone. It's in the past.
Yeah.
We can rehash it as much as we want, but we have to look where we are now and where we're going this season.
Okay, yeah. Right, I'm back. So let's bring up the wheel because I have got a limited time frame this evening, as it is.
Yeah. You've got other engagements.
I certainly have.
Does that spin? Does that spin quicker?
Does it spin? Yeah.
It's like Ipswich coming forward, back. Oh, here we go.
There you go. On to the Wheel of Fortune. We've got any town player in the last 10 years that you would put into this team. Who would it be? Matt, go first.
That's one of my questions.
That is one of your questions. Matt, go first.
I would bring. Who would I I'm torn between Christophe
Right,
Berra, Berra the Braveheart, and DJ Campbell. I loved having him on loan. He scored goals. A striker that scored goals.
He got 10 goals in about 14 games, didn't he?
Yeah. Little fox
Good
in the
evening,
box.
Ashley. Yeah.
I'm going with DJ. We've got Wolfie and McGuinness. I'm going with DJ. Get him in.
DJ. Why didn't he sign in January? Like,
I can't remember where he went. I can't remember where he went after us.
He went Blackburn, didn't he? Went Blackburn, I think.
There you go. More dough. Daryl Murphy. Don't even have to think about. There you go, Adam Flatt. The way we play at the minute with one lone striker, you know, he would be ideal because he's everything that Ollie Hawkins isn't. He was mobile. You know,
that's like Del Boy's Reliant Robin and a Lamborghini. You can't compare the two.
Well, I'm just saying. It's the question. You said it was on the wheel. Who would I take? Daryl Murphy all day long.
I would take Big Bad Gerard Door. Give me a bit of muscle in that midfield. Oh, I loved Big Bad Gerard. So, a story, right? When it went to Wolves away, the day
they call him the wardrobe.
I don't know what they call him.
The ball burst. What was that game in the centre circle? They kicked off and he made a tackle on the ball burst. Do you remember that?
That's Forest, wasn't it? Wasn't that the game where you got the bandage around his head in the end and then smashed it into an empty net?
That is in reception at Pullman Road. You can look at it.
Under McCarthy, when we went to Wolves and we won 2-0, Cresswell scored with the right foot, right? Bent it into the bottom corner. Within the first 60 seconds, Gerard and Dorr had put Carl Henry 6 foot in the air. What sort of statement was that? Look, this is my playground today, not yours. You won't be doing anything unless I say you can do it. Like Carl Henry, a nasty, who's always been known as a nitty gritty player, and Gerard Dorf literally.
That's a good. But we need someone like that. We do need someone like that in midfield, don't we? We've got no one in there who's going to put the foot in.
It's quite damning, isn't it, to think that in the Portman Road reception, instead of trophies, we've got a punctured football. Enough said of that.
Was that the game? Was that the game Lee Camp rushed out of the area and like him and Danny Collins? that was the days.
Who was the Lee Camp, the keeper? Yeah.
Him and Danny Collins came into a right set two. Right, back to the wheel. That wasn't the question I thought would come up, but there you go. It shows you can't rig these things.
Yeah.
I remember that through a competition. Points prediction for the next 3 games.
Shrewsbury, Hull, Charlton, isn't it? 3 points Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll draw with Hull and Charlton. They're good teams. 5.
Well, on Friday's show, I did say 6, but I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to be like Mike Bacon. 9 points.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Coffee that mug, not Jack Daniels. What's going on?
Look, I agree with George there. If we took 7, it's vital to. We've got to get a statement win against one of them. If we took 4 points from Charlton and Hull, I think that'd be a good return. But no, I'm going 9, Matt. We're playing at home. We're good at home. We've won 5.
We don't do statement wins.
Well, we're going to. This is where it's all going to change. It's where it's all going to change.
Sid Driver thinks Cruncher's pierced.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Will Frost with 4, Sid with 7, Emerson with 6, Nick with 7, Ashley Bell with 4. Welcome back in, Ashley. Ben with 9, Reese with 4, Benjamin Michael, usually optimistic, 4 points. And I'll go 9 for 1,000, please, Karen. Easy. Any day of the week.
You've been on that Northern Monk again.
No, I said 27 points for the next quarter of the season. So I've got to.
You was on that last night because on WhatsApp you got very formal with us. Hi, Richard. Hi, Matthew.
No. That wasn't the Northern Monk. That was a white wine. That was very lovely.
And what do we? Hey, Matt, what did you call him today? Marty McLambert.
Marty, you started calling him Marty, then we went with like the Back to the Future, but he got the ump, didn't he? Got the ump.
He didn't like it, did he?
No, I did not like it. My name is Martin. Thank you.
You won't have it shortened.
I follow. How would you improve the service ahead of this weekend? Obviously, we've got another game, another home game.
One. Like Harrogate Town have managed it somehow. Here down in League 2, it's been non-league. They've got their own bespoke service.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, to be honest with you, apart from the camera issues, actually, when we go away from home, the camera's all right. Have you noticed that? Sunderland.
But it's only. Did I send you that today? The I Follow That promotion video.
Oh, well, if you did, I've not looked at it.
Yeah, I think I sent it on WhatsApp. I follow this is how to follow your team. It's only taken them 7 months. That wasn't from the club. That wasn't from the club. That was from iFollow. And I think it's only taken them 7 months to do something like that. But it's
now
not.
talking of iFollow, Rich. Now I've not looked at my bank statement, but someone texted me in a week. My friend David, who sits behind me at Pullman Road, got his tenner back because he paid double for Doncaster, like I did. He's been credited.
Where's yours?
So anyone else in the comments can tell me they've been credited? I've not had a look yet.
Yeah, but you got too much money. That's why you don't check your bank. But the thing is, that all too often you'll see it on a Saturday. You'll see it this Saturday when people are watching it. Too many people are having problems. It's not working. They can't get hold of anyone. It's no good, is it? It's no good if you're watching the game and then you've missed half the game.
And you still pay you pay exactly the same amount as you paid for that Spurs pre-season friendly, which was like match of the day production. Still the same price.
Because at the end of the day, it's like the pay-per-view. They were moaning about that in the Premier League. We're still having to pay them. We're paying every week.
Well, if you think about that, we're only £4.95 cheaper than the Premier League option. We're 2 divisions, away.
Yeah, it's crazy. No one's flagged that. But I thought it was a bit the club saying, don't go onto illegal streams when they're charging us £10 for bloody Papa John's Pizza Cup Charity Shield, whatever it's called.
But we'll go back. We'll go back to we're not getting it for free anyway as a season ticket holder. We're being done, and they still need to address the club what they're going to do.
That's been swept under the carpet. That.
Well, it won't be.
The cruncher's going to riot.
I think clubs can demand a lot more from it. I think they're almost too happy. And this is an overall thing, not just Ipswich. Just because somebody else is doing it for them, someone's administrating it, collecting the money. It's just like we're going to get everything without having to put a lot in return. Like even with the camera issues, it's almost like it's nothing to do with us. This is your club. This should be everything to do with you, in my opinion.
I still maintain it's Gladys the tea lady. She pours the tea for the directors, straight up to the camera gantry in the stand. On she goes. That's why it's a bit shaky.
We've got Emerson Fairweather.
85 years old.
Put the camera on the action. Reece Curtis. Crowd noise option.
No.
George, because it's a monopoly, they won't fix it. Benjamin always drops at the 70th minute mark every single game. I'm glad you could make it tonight, Ben. Ben Moore, replays during live action.
Do they replay? Do they have replays?
Well, if you just have to rewind it, just rewind it.
We do get them.
I thought you got them.
You can rewind it because, like Martin did at Doncaster when he was putting me and you to bed with Toto. He should have done this. He went there.
I was getting my Pep Guardiola. Sky's put on the red button. Ashley Bell. They don't need to teach fans to follow the game. They need to teach the cameraman to follow the game.
Let's see who turns up Saturday.
Give us the option of crowd noise, but Boca Juniors versus River Plate.
That's a game.
Gladys is a fan of that one. Can you guys invite someone from club on your show and ask? Well, it's an open invitation. Anytime they're welcome to come on and have questions thrown at them. We're gentle, aren't we, Matt?
Yeah, well, I think so. We've got this mystique on Twitter, haven't we, and social media, but people keep coming back to see us.
Speaking of which, wasn't somebody posting like live video shots of the game? If following Town's recent announcement, is that part of the naughty illegal streaming?
Oh yeah, that's got to be. That's not part of copyright, surely. We'll see us doing that.
Well,
BT shoes us, mate.
Not recently, right? On to the next one. Hang on, before I press the. Hang on, I pressed it. It's too late. I've had. Right, we've got Matt's team for Saturday. What have you got, Matt? What is your team for Saturday?
Hold on a minute. Let me consult in my little thing here. Bit of dead air there. Sorry about that, everybody. Here we go. Holy in goal.
Yep.
Chambo picks himself at right back. Wolfenden's back. Get him in. McGuinness. Rawls at left back. Look at this. No Dazelle, of course. So I'm bringing McGavin in because we was all impressed with him at Portsmouth. So he says. Bishop. He gets in there. Now, Nolan's doing media for the club tomorrow. There is no way on earth he's just going to be sitting on the bench. He's going to be straight back into the team. Let me tell you that right now. And then I've got Edwards. And I think Hawkins will probably keep his place. And I did think maybe Sears on the left-hand side. But, Lambert likes to go with Judge regardless of, if he's a headless chicken or not. So I think he's probably going to be in there. So that's a kind of a similar-ish team to the Sunderland loss.
Okay. I mean, Cruncher's team, I won't use the will for this, go straight to Cruncher's team, but Cruncher's team is almost very similar. So
I've only got one change, and I've got
you have, yeah.
Judge out, Edwards on the left, Lancaster on the right.
You have, yeah.
Because I think Lancaster played well at Sunderland, obviously scored the goal, so I would
Oh,
think
I agree.
that he'd
But I'm trying to
probably keep his place.
I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of Paul Lambert.
But I wouldn't be surprised if he
I've
plays
gone with the
Judge.
tried and tested favourites.
I wouldn't be surprised if he plays Judge in the free in midfield and he plays Nolan a bit deeper, and then he might play him and Bishop. I wouldn't play Judge, but McGavin should play because
he did good. He did.
I thought he'd done really well.
If it's an ideal world, I'd play Nolan deeper on the bench. But sadly, I can't. However, my team is this. There's only one change really from yours, and that's Jackson up front. If Caden Jackson is even 25% fit, he's 100% better than what we've been.
Yeah, because he played at Sunderland, didn't he?
He did.
He was on the pitch. He was on the pitch at Sunderland.
Yeah, but I know people say he can't play lone striker role. Well, maybe not, but he can actually move and he can actually run the channels. And Hawkins is all right. We've said it before. If you get the ball to his feet, he's all right. Other than that, he's out the game.
Jackson, though, if you play the ball into Jackson's feet, nice little tight passing, triangular passing, put him through. He's got the pace. But if they're going to lump it to him, that's not his game, is it?
No. Who says he can't play a lone striker role? Why can't he play a lone striker role? Because he's not 9 foot tall and 7 foot wide, or he's not, I
think Stuart Watson was saying today about there was an article about him playing wide. Could he play one of the wide roles up front? And
he's done it before, hasn't he?
Yeah, why can't he? You need to. The thing is, at the minute, I think Norwood and Jackson, they're not 100% fit. When they're both fit, surely they would both be in the team because you're going to need the goals. It's the goals that are going to get us out of this league.
Well, yeah, and I think if Lambert had sat down in the summer and looked at his formation, looked at his players, and thought, I want to play a 4-3-3, I think he would have maybe either had Jackson wide left with Norwood up front as the lone striker. And I've been reading recently. I don't know who said it. It might have just been a few posts on Twitter that Jackson coming back is another headache, and it's a good headache. It's not a bad headache to ever have good players try and feature in the middle. You don't think Jurgen Klopp's going to sit there and think, oh no, I've got Firmino and Mane back fit this weekend. Oh no, what am I going to do? No, he's going to sit there and go, happy days. What am I going to do?
The question I mind is 4-3-3 really the formation for the squad we've got?
I think he wants a 4-3-3, 4-4-2 hybrid that you can change in game. He can change it in game, and it can still be effective. So if you're winning, you can maybe go to a 4-3-3, which everyone knows is a 4-5-1 secretly, with Jackson wide left, or you can go to a 4-4-2 if you're losing 1-0. You've got that multiple arrow shot, if you like, and you can change it. And obviously,
Joe
brings that as well.
As long as you've got good players, doesn't matter what formation you're playing, really.
Which is what Lambert said about 18 months ago and got absolutely shot for it, really.
Yeah. What's he talking about?
He said players, not systems. Facebook user, 352 is the way forward.
I'd agree with that,
Well, maybe when KVY is fit. When is that, Martin?
You mean Jack? Well, I don't know.
I wonder if we'll find out tomorrow. I'd love someone to ask him tomorrow.
Give me the Zoom password, I'll ask him.
Oh, I'd love for someone to ask him a proper question. When's your players going to be fit?
Who?
If you want to drop the Zoom password in my email box, I will.
It's what Adam said, wasn't it? It's what Adam said the other week. Then ask how he's getting on. He's getting there. Kane's getting there.
What does that mean?
Shrewsbury is going to be a challenge because I could see them playing for a point and being hard to break down. Amy Downs sounds beautiful, peachy. Leando, Nolan, Bishop, Judge, midfield 3.
They can score goals, Shrewsbury. They got a 3-3 draw at Swindon, didn't they? So they can show they can score. I think their centre back got the first one, so maybe shows they're a threat from a set piece. Maybe. I think they got Charlie Dackel in the team. I think
they were 2-0 up, weren't they, Matt, against Swindon?
I think so.
I'm still on this Leando comment about the Nolan Bishop. I mean, that is a midfield that you would ever see not only move in a circle but pass in a circle. Like literally, it'd just be like a revolving wheel. It'd be like this thing over here, wouldn't it? That's it. Here it goes. That's it. That's the midfield 3 there. That's what it is.
Well, have plenty of possession stats.
It really would. Right. So, score predictions as we round up this lovely half-hour show. Crunchy, you can go first this time. What do you think the score is going to be on Saturday, 3 p.m?
2-0. Simple.
Goal scorers?
Edwards and Norwood.
Edwards and Norwood. Okay. And yourself, Mr. Phillips.
What am I going to think? We've only just really got over the line, haven't we, in some of the home games? At least 1-0. So I'm inclined to say that, but we did beat them 4-1 last season. I'm going to say 1-0.
You're 1-0.
Yeah, again, just doing enough. Just doing enough to go over the line. My goal scorer is going to be Guion.
Guan. Right.
Well,
Adam Flatt. KVY has done a lap of the training ground. He's doing well with it. George,
he's in the building.
I'd love them to upload the Zoom video. So much better than yes. Let's all watch along live. Let's all pile in some questions. Ben Moore, ideal midfield, Andre, Downs, and Bishop. 2-1 for sore feet. Nick Muller's gone 4-1. Nick Muller, I love his predictions. Will Frost, 2-0. Comfortable, but not exciting.
Sums Ipswich up, that.
Snowy, 2-0. Chris Peachy, 3-0. Amy, I'm with Matt, 1-0.
Robert
Booley, 2-0. And Michael Brown, Michael Brown, yes. Loose tomorrow, Lamb's on his last legs, no excuses. Well, we'll see. You can join us all from 2:30, as always, live with the matchday ticket. Myself, Amy, and I think it's Rob Davies. I should have checked before I came live.
It is Rob.
It's Rob, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Rob, Amy, myself, live from 2:30, and of course at the full-time show where you can have your say. But join us then, where we'll win 4-0. Lambert will have a fantastic press
and
conference.
we're back Sunday. Us three. We're back Sunday.
And the three of us are absolutely back Sunday. George, Martin, try and get a press pass. At least you'll be able to attend games. Oh, well, depending on results, I'm not sure if that's a good idea with the games coming up. But we're done. We're dusted. Any final words before I press the button that says in broadcast?
No, keep safe, everyone. Keep plying through that lockdown. We'll soon get to December.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see you all Saturday, 2:30. Don't be late.
See you later.
But not you.